Okay, um, welcome back to OBrien Fit. Um, I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. I don't know if you can tell by my eyes or not. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Um, so, uh, update: 3 weeks. I've lost a bunch of my video. I don't know what happened, but I lost a bunch of my video from my. I have a little GoPro that I record on, and then here on my phone, I tried to upload some of the stuff to the YouTube and it didn't work. It said the files were corrupted or something. I don't know what happened. All my other stuff normally works fine, and my GoPro for some reason wasn't recording. So I'm a little off with some of my stuff, so I'm gonna miss out on some stuff that I planned on editing together for kind of an update progress thing. Mostly I'm just walking a little bit every day. I have that app, like I said. I didn't do a huge review on it. I was just showing you, there's plenty of reviews out there about the software. I was just showing you one of the apps that I use personally. I had a couple of comments that were in the Facebook group that were positive about that. They liked it. They tried it out. That's good. I'm glad I could help y'all out with that. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's cool. Everybody's different. There's no reason to be nasty or anything like some of these other people are on. I see it on other posts, in other YouTube videos, channels. People are just nasty sometimes. There's no reason for it. Anyway, I'm gonna try and make this short, try and make this quick. My update is this. It's been a little over 3 weeks. I'm still eating primarily salmon patties. I buy them from Aldi's. They're pre-made, teriyaki flavored. They're a little high in sodium, but that's okay. For what I'm doing, that's fine. Just check your ingredients when you buy your stuff. There's plenty of people that talk about different things. I'll do another video later on about my nutrition. I was a licensed nutritionist for almost 15 years. I got cancer and I let a lot of my stuff expire. I could go back and get it. I just don't see a need to right now. I have other things going on. And honestly, I didn't have a lot of people that would come to me for nutrition advice, even though I had that. Most of my stuff was the personal training, and life coaching and other stuff like that. So it is what it is. But back to my actual update here. Like I said, I don't have a lot of footage, which sucks. I'm really upset about that. What I can tell you is this shirt I'm wearing, if you see, is very baggy on me. This shirt used to be really, really tight. This is a 6X shirt. I know I've lost weight in the last 3 weeks because this shirt is super baggy on me, and I can wear, I put on a 4X last night and it's tight. It's not so tight that I can't breathe, but it's tight. So a 5X fits really, really nice now. So like I tell a lot of people, in the first couple of months, you don't really want to go off of a weight scale because as you're putting on, especially if you're like trying to lose weight while hardcore, like in the gym lifting weights and everything, a pound is a pound. The difference is a pound of fat compared to a pound of muscle. Muscle is so much more dense, so it's smaller, more compact. Whereas a pound of fat, and there's plenty of pictures, you can Google them and everything, a pound of fat is like a shoebox compared to your wallet. I mean, that's the best comparison I can give you without pictures. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing a bunch of editing. My size dimensions are a little off. I know you don't have to jump in and correct me on that. I'm just trying to give a quick example, a rough example, so a lot of you can understand. A pound still weighs a pound. It's just some things take more to equal up to a pound compared to others. So pull out your wallet. Your wallet would be, well, like your phone. 2 phones stacked together, 3 phones stacked together would be like a pound of muscle because it's so densely compact. And then take that and turn that into a shoebox, and that's a pound of fat. So I mean, the scale is not lying to you, but it's lying to you. So that's why I say you go off of how your clothes fit. Look in the mirror. That's going to be much more accurate, and it's going to keep your self-esteem up, and it's going to keep you more positive in that aspect compared to just getting on the scale every day. I mean, you can get on the scale, you can track yourself. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have an issue with like it affecting your mind, then don't pay attention to the scale, especially in the beginning stages, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop that fat. Let's say you put on 20 pounds of muscle in 2 months and drop 20 pounds of fat. Okay, your body is going to look absolutely amazing compared to the scale telling you haven't lost any weight. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you, because like I said, like a pound of fat is like 3 times the size of a pound of muscle. So if you lose 20 pounds of fat, that could be like 3-4 pant sizes. That could be like a whole shirt size. But the scale's sitting here, and the scale's accurate. It says you haven't lost any weight because you still weigh 250 pounds. But you lost 20 pounds of fat and replaced it with 20 pounds of muscle. So you're still 250 pounds, but your 3 pant size is smaller, 4 pant size is smaller. So if you go only off the scale, it's going to really hurt your mental state, because you're like, I didn't lose any weight. Now I'm depressed. I'm doing all of this. I'm eating this way. I'm doing all these exercises. I haven't lost any weight because the scale says I still weigh 250. But if you ignore the scale on that level and just look at yourself in a mirror and look at your clothes and say, oh my God, I've lost 3 whole pant sizes. I went from a 40 waist to a 40 or a 32 waist. You know, it goes up by 2s. So from a 40 to a 32, you lost 4 pant sizes. You see what I mean? Because it goes 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. So you lost 4 pant sizes. You lost 4 pant sizes because you lost 20 pounds of fat. But the scale says you didn't lose any weight. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is a very key, very vital piece of advice that I tell a lot of my clients, and frankly, more people need to be told this and made to understand this, so that you can, if you're not understanding, you need to find a way to understand what's going on, because to understand that, because that makes a huge difference. You look at it and go, oh my God, I haven't lost any weight. I'm depressed. Why? So, and you're depressed and don't want to, now because you're depressed, you don't want to keep with the program that you've dedicated yourself to lose that weight. But if you ignore that scale on that level and say, cool, okay, I haven't lost any weight according to the scale, but then you look in the mirror and you see you've lost 4 freaking pant sizes, now your brain says, cool, I've lost all this fat, but I've put on muscle. That's a huge, especially when you understand that concept, that's a huge pump to your ego, a huge pump to your morale, so that you're not depressed. Now you're energized. Now you're happy. Now you can run around saying, hey, for the guys especially, the guys can run around saying, hey, I'm an NFL linebacker style size, 250, 260 pounds, but I've got like a 28-inch waist and like that. Maybe you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know. But just in general, just losing the weight. Like right now, you can see my cheeks are still, and I'm rough, just ignore that. But like you can see my cheeks are still kind of flabby. I've got the little flabby here, but my neck is thin. I've got like what they call a chicken neck. My neck is so thin compared to everything else because I've dropped a lot of fat. Now I'm just trying to tighten it all up with everything, and that comes later. I'm not worried about that now. Right now I'm doing weight loss to lose as much weight as possible, and most of that comes with calorie. I'm in a calorie deficit. I limit myself to about 1,500 1,800 calories a day, and I jump all over that, which brings me to my next thing, which is part of the mental as well. If you really want to lose the weight, keep what I call a food journal. I'm actually working on one that you can buy inexpensive. If you really want to support me and everything, that would be awesome. But you can just pick up a notebook from the dollar store and just write down your stuff. And basically a food journal is this. You have calorie counters apps on your phone. You can get, there's like 1 million of them. Just go into Google Play or Apple iTunes or Apple Store, and just Google search for a calorie counter app, and it helps you with all kinds of stuff on there. But I found that I do a lot of what Dorian Yates did. If you don't know who he is, Google him. Dorian Yates kind of revolutionized the world of bodybuilding on a lot of levels because he kept a little notebook. I got this at the dollar store. It's 60 sheets of paper. It's 5x7. Just this little, it's not a very big notebook. It's a 5x7, the size of a little bit bigger than a what is it called? Flashcard. The little flashcards. You know what I'm talking about. The little 3x5 cards that they use in school and everything for everybody. So use those. I'm tongue-tied today. I'm really tired. I really am. I've got energy, but my energy goes really fast because I'm in this calorie deficit. Because I keep myself like that. But basically in your journal, what you want to do is you want to, like, when you get up, write down what you had. So if you get up, if your alarm goes off and you get up at 7, look at your clock. If around 7:30 you've woke up and you took a glass of water, okay, keep an idea of your water. If your glass of water is a 10-ounce glass of water and you only had 8 ounces in there, okay, write down at 7:45 you had 8 ounces of water. For breakfast, whatever you had, if you had an apple or whatever, eat it, but write down what you had. Do that, even if it's just, and this is where I'm very serious, and most of the people that I've talked to that are actually quality trainers and like that, they tell you it doesn't matter if you grabbed one, if you were at the bank and you grabbed 2 or 3 of those little complimentary mints, if you were at the dentist office or some office or whatever and you grabbed one of those little wintergreen mints or whatever, write it down. You're not doing this to be mean to yourself. Write it down, because that makes all the difference in the world. It really, really does. Because the more on it you are, I don't want to say anal, but the more anal you are about writing this stuff down, the more oh man, I'm really drawing a blank here on words today. I really apologize. The more on it you are to keep track of your stuff, the easier it's going to be to keep that habit, so that later on when you hit your level of what you want, it'll be easier to transition over to, okay, now I need to count this. A lot of people count their macros. You, in the beginning stages, like where I'm at right now, trying to go on this journey, you do not need to count your macros on that level. Just simply count your calories. Seriously. Once you hit a certain level, then you can go more detailed with counting your macros and everything else. Right now, for what I'm doing, I'm just simply counting my calories. I like my morning breakfast is 2 packets of cream of wheat right now. I eat 2 packets of instant cream of wheat. That's got me at, oh, I'm sorry for the screen popping around, 260 calories for breakfast. That's just from the cream of wheat. I put in a teaspoon of honey. I put in a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and sometimes I'll add a quarter cup to a half cup of blueberries in there, and that adds another maybe 100 calories to it. So my breakfast is under 400 calories, and that'll last me about 2 hours to get most of my stuff done. And that's just an example, but I'll write it down in my little food journal for everything that I do. I kind of fell off last week with some stuff for 2 days. We had a birthday party and some other stuff going on, and so it threw my whole schedule off. I wasn't able to exercise like I wanted to, and I wasn't able to eat like I wanted to because I ran out of meals, and I was stuck with what they had when we went there because I didn't have any time, and it happens. And so I turned it into a cheat day of sorts, to where I know I fell off. I just got to jump back on it, and that's what I've done. But at the same time, I've learned over the years that it's good to roughly every 14 days, 15 days have a cheat meal, not a cheat day, a cheat meal. Just go somewhere like McDonald's or wherever, it doesn't matter. Just go somewhere to where you can just pig on all of the bad carbs, all the bad stuff, eat some bread, stuff like that, because 2 things are going to happen 99% of the time. One, you're going to be on the toilet for a while, because that's going to process through your body, because you're so used to eating this super healthy, super rich food, and now you ate what they call the crap, and all the processed and everything else, and that's going to get, your body's going to absorb what it can, because that's what it has, but then it's going to flush everything out. And the second thing that's going to happen is there is actual research that backs up the fact that a lot of times when you do that, it forces your body to kind of reboot, because after 2-3 weeks, in a lot of cases, especially if you get down to a certain point and you're trying to lose that last little bit of fat to get what you're trying to do, and you've kind of plateaued, going out of the norm of that 2-3 week regimen that you've been doing and eating stuff like that for a meal or for a whole day, yes and no. They say that clogs you up and it just ruins everything you just did. Not necessarily. A lot of times you need that because now your body's hit that plateau and it's stopped and it's just coasting along. So now you need that cheat day to jumpstart, so that your body is shocked out of that plateau, that just coasting level. And so now, because you did that one day, or that one meal or that one day, now suddenly your body, it may take 2 or 3 days of all of that, because it's still absorbing and flushing all that stuff because it's in shock, but your body is now going to work more efficient because it's shocking it past that plateau. And there is actual research that backs this up. So I mean, it is what it is. You do what you do. I try and do everything through my doctor. I recommend that for everybody, especially if you're like I am, where I'm over 400 pounds and I'm trying to lose the weight. You want to get with your doctor. You want to do all of your vitamin testing, all of your nutrients, your hormones. You want to get the full workup once every 6 months is my recommendation. Most people, insurance will pay for that because they want you to stay healthy. So doing that blood work and everything and it really is really simple to read the results. And you just look at it, and it'll tell you if you're low in iron, if you're low in zinc, whatever. And then 9 times out of 10, that's either just taking a multivitamin or adding a little bit more, like iron, just add a little bit more broccoli or Brussels sprouts or something like that to your diet. Maybe you need to drink some milk or something like that, for extra calcium. What is his name? I'm really, really bad with names. I apologize. But there's a couple of them that they do baby spinach. They'll take the baby spinach, they'll freeze it to a certain level, and then they'll put like a pound of spinach in the blender with orange juice, water, and like a couple of ice cubes, and they'll turn it into like not quite a spinach smoothie, but they'll do something like that, and that gives them far more vitamin C and everything than what you would normally get from other things. That gives them a far more calcium on a lot of levels than in some other stuff. So there's ways just with food on adapting it to get what you need. But yes, I recommend what I do is go to the doctor, get your testing done once every 6 months. When I do my next one, which should be August. No, it's like August, September is my next trip in to do that. So when I do that, I will post my results and kind of go through them in a video like that on this update. But yeah, that's my progress. I don't know exactly what I weigh. I know when I started, I was around 440, 445. I know I've lost at least 20 pounds because my shirts are just, I've dropped a whole shirt size. My pants are like that too. I've dropped a whole size. So, and I can see it in my neck. Like I said, I can see it here. I've still got a long ways to go. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it or anything. There's days I don't want to do anything. But I still go out and I walk my mile a day, keep my stamina up. I've started, I had to buy some new boxing gloves. So I started my boxing back again, my Muay Thai, my stretches. I'm still only doing 25 push-ups, 25 crunches, but I'm doing standing crunches, not laying down crunches. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do my squats, I do my push-ups, I do my crunches, more of a like a dance move, standing crunch type thing. I do my Thai knees to try and stay limber, flexible. I do my stretches. I'm not doing a lot right now. Most of my stuff, just simply walking is burning most of my calories because I'm so big. So I just have to remember that to write my stuff down in my food journal so that I can count my calories. So I try and consume about 1,800, and then with the walking, the step counters and stuff that I have that kind of track my calories that way, I'm burning about 2,500 to 3,000, and I'm trying to stay around 1,800 to 2,000. So I'm burning at least 500 calories a day, and 3 weeks it's showing the results. I had some videos of before and stuff like that of all that. So I'm going to crack down on that, see what I have to do to, I got to figure out what's wrong with my GoPro, some stuff like that. So we'll figure it out. I'll get it done, and I'll get some more stuff updated. I have some other stuff I'm going to do. I'm working on a program for the life coaching, stuff like that. So we'll get it going and go from there. Hopefully I'll have a couple of those ebooks for sale. I have a couple of them I was going to give for free, kind of like as a teaser thing, so you can see what I'm doing and everything. We'll go from there. So, all right, if y'all like the content, let me know what you want to see more of. Like I said, I'm trying to be real. I'm not trying to do the fancy, throw up the green screen and heavy edit and all this other stuff. I've I see so much of that, and yeah, it's cool and all, but I like videos like this where I can see where the people are being honest, and they're not trying to throw up a front. It's like, here I am, take me or leave me, do all of this. And I just feel it's more real on those levels. So my throat's a little scratchy right now. I got a lot going on. I'm really tired, and I still have a lot more in my day left. So this video went a little bit longer than I wanted, but this is my update. I've lost I'm down from a 6X shirt to about a 4.5X. Not quite a 5, because a 5 is still a little loose on me now, so I know I've lost over a full size. And I've lost, I want to say 2, almost 3 pant sizes. So I'm feeling good, but I'm in that low caloric deficit right now that just my energy is bleh. And I'm trying to, it's a little bit harder at this level to stay positive, but I am staying positive. Got a lot of stuff going on. And we'll go from there. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I missed last week, like I said, because of the issues with the videos not uploading like they were supposed to and everything. So appreciate y'all, love y'all, and we'll see you in the next video.